very much as a mother and somebody we can all relate to when talking about her children being naughty at school.
Once more, the British royal family is on the hot seat. One thing was sure then and now, the monarchy was never ready for Princess Diana, a woman who defied tradition and put love above duty. A recently discovered handwritten message sent to her children by Diana provides new information about her future plans for them. What circumstances led to this letter remaining hidden for such an extended period? Did Diana foresaw how her sons would take remarkable life directions in their futures? Join us as we dive into how Princess Diana's lost letters are being finally revealed to her children. The intense struggle for control. Throughout her life, Princess Diana demonstrated a strong dedication to her children. Yet her fight to exercise authority over their upbringing surged when her relationship with Prince Charles grew more strained. In December 1992, when their divorce became publicly known, Diana was already taking steps to protect her maternal rights in case royal family authorities tried to restrict them. According to royal customs, heirs to the throne mainly received direction from monarchs, which led Diana to worry about losing her motherly influence. Diana chose to break from royal traditions through decisive actions, so her sons could experience things beyond the tight restrictions of their royal lifestyle. She demanded that William and Harry enroll in public institutions instead of undergoing palace-based private instruction. She showed her boys the wider world by visiting amusement facilities and dining at fast food places even though they were members of royalty. Royal household members pushed back against her choices since their traditional practice involved keeping royals apart from normal everyday activities. Diana frequently demonstrated in her private letters how much she cared about her children's emotional development.
From the age of 15 and a half, when he joined the palace and looking for fires during the Blitz, we understand.
Through a letter written in 1993, she declared, "I live for my boys. I would be lost without them. Without their presence, I would surely become lost." Through this statement, she revealed both her affection toward her sons and her fear of losing their presence. The letters she wrote during this time demonstrate her complete understanding of royal power structures while acknowledging her decreasing influence over her sons William and Harry. The BBC Panorama interview, which aired in 1995, marked the ultimate breakdown of tensions between Diana and the royal family because of her controversial approach to motherhood. Through the interview, Diana discussed the weight of royal responsibilities and her marriage problems, while expressing the most profound worry about her sons' upcoming challenges. She declared her mission to teach her sons about human emotions while showing them the way individuals feel about themselves alongside pain, together with their aspirations and dreams. The public found these remarks relatable, but royal officials considered them an outright defiance toward their system. Diana broke royal tradition by sharing openly about her problems while actively working to shape the future of her children. The divorce proceedings between Diana and Charles in 1996 resulted in both her loss of her Royal Highness title and her formal position within the royal line of succession. The changes in her life did not reduce her dedication to her sons' welfare. Diana maintained a correspondence that incorporated personal advice and emotional statements to teach her sons useful values such as empathy and kindness. When William attended Eton College, she sent him an encouraging note which declared, "You are so loved, and I hope you never fail to understand that caring for others stands ahead of everything." Diana left numerous letters behind, but a particular one becomes notable due to its ominous nature. Recorded as missing for years, a letter from a private collection of her letters became available to the public. The letter shows a mother who grows increasingly concerned for her children's future while trapped within the strict royal system. Using her special writing style, Diana informed them about upcoming emotional struggles before telling them to honor their happiness above obedience. There have been many writings of the late Princess Diana. What makes this one so special from the rest of her letters? Significance of the discovery. This recovered letter has brought renewed public interest in understanding Diana's legacy while confirming her ongoing impact on her children. This handwritten message stood apart from her other correspondence because it was exclusively written for William and Harry. Through this sincere message, Diana communicated her wish for her sons to build authentic lives that brought them fulfillment. Through her letter, Diana expressed her apprehension about the official pressures that were expected to influence William and Harry. She believed the position of the future king would impose upon William an institutional system that suppressed emotional self-expression. The princess repeatedly expressed her fear that Harry could lose his way inside the royal system when he grew older. Diana made astute predictions about the future decisions her two sons would pursue, which accurately matched their life choices. In the early months of 1997, Diana chose to withdraw from royal society while placing her focus on humanitarian aid. The charity activities she conducted to assist AIDS patients and landmine victims, as well as her support for other charitable initiatives, made her a respected global figure. Despite the increased media focus on her charity work, Diana made sure her sons stayed sheltered from the damaging influences of the institution that had harmed her so deeply. During those days, her friends and members of staff noted no and introspective behavior. The letter revealed her desire to express many thoughts because she doubted she would find the chance to do so. Reading these words today creates an unsettling feeling considering their close timing to her fatal accident in August 1997. Diana's recently discovered letter shows a deep sense of haste in wanting to convey her messages. She knew her time, as well as her ability to make change, had an expiration date. Diana believed she needed to fulfill her duty to lead her sons toward living royalty alongside personal happiness and freedom. She understood that their decisions in adulthood would establish who they were outside their royal positions. The letter sheds fresh light on Diana's circumstances during her last years of life. By focusing on her children's future, she managed to ignore public attention because she set her determination on building their bright tomorrow. Via her correspondence, she showed herself as a mother who accepted royal politics yet fought against their ability to shape her boys' existence. Through her support of emotional health, Diana defied centuries of royal precedent while establishing how royalty should nurture their sons to become future monarchs and princes. The world witnesses today how Diana's sons follow paths that align with the teachings that she established during her life. The rediscovery of this secret letter enhances our understanding of Diana's lasting impact. The note demonstrates how this strong woman kept her love and loyalty for her children strong even through intense hardships. The expressed intention of Diana was that neither William nor Harry should relinquish their chance at happiness because of duty. The hidden words from more than 20 years ago carry fresh meaning now that her sons live according to the hopes their mother envisioned for them. What made the letters stay hidden throughout all these years? According to experts, the personal nature of the letter, together with its challenge to royal customs, led to its late disclosure. Whatever the reason, its emergence offers an unprecedented glimpse into the heart and mind of one of the most beloved figures of the 20th century. Before this letter was written, the former Princess of Wales took one last shot at life to experience a world away from the stiff and choking royal life. What did she do? The final pursuit for independence. During the summer of 1997, Diana, Princess of Wales, reached a decisive point in her life. Prince Charles and Diana completed their divorce in 1996, so she obtained full independence from royal duties according to protocol standards. The newfound independence she achieved through her split from royalty resulted in the elimination of media-protecting security measures that had earlier kept her privileged from media intrusions. Despite facing potential dangers, Diana maintained a firm dedication to establishing her independence and creating a life independent from royal institution regulations. The relentless media scrutiny of Diana received additional intensity as reporters focused on capturing her every action. During this time, Diana showed absolute dedication to her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, while maintaining her focus on their well-being. She worked around geographical boundaries and palace protocols to expose her sons to life experiences outside of the palace's formal structure. Her public appearances with her sons demonstrated her vision to make royal motherhood appear more natural through human interactions. Through handwritten letters, Diana conveyed deep emotions of love and care toward her children while they were apart from her. The extensive travels Diana took during her last summer before her death intensified media speculation about her life. It got worse when she went on a trip to the Mediterranean Sea with defied, who was the son of Egyptian magnate Mohammed al-Fayed. The constant rumors about their relationship status became headline stories in tabloids as photographers followed her continuously. The unforgiving media surveillance did not stop Diana from keeping regular contact with William and Harry, while they stayed at Balmoral Castle with the royal family that summer. During that summer, she wrote heartfelt letters to them, which showed her strong motherly affection. Diana conveyed her deep feelings to them through this memorable letter, which read, "You are my world, and I will always love you." Multiple observers detected an increasing sense of urgency in Diana's correspondence throughout that period. Her friends reported her correspondence showed positive expectations about the future and mounting worries about past circumstances. The open feud between Diana and journalists continued to preoccupy her, while speculation grew that she might consider public action against media violations. The princess traveled to Paris on August 30th, 1997, during the evening hours. During the evening, she made a phone call to her sons that later became recognized as her final telephone conversation. Multiple sources describe Diana's phone conversation with her sons during that evening, when she seemed happy and loving as usual. Looking back, this brief call took on a tragic weight. On August 31st, during the early morning hours, Diana became fatally injured while her vehicle was inside the Pont de l'Alma tunnel.
Who advised her that she was out of step with the country's feelings on this.
The death of Diana evoked widespread global sorrow, but cut deep into William and Harry's hearts. The boys were both 15 and 12 years old when they found themselves in the public eye grieving their mother while secretly mourning the irreplaceable loss of her maternal presence. A rare tragedy happened and the world mourned the loss of a beautiful person. How then were the children able to find their mother's letters in an institution that abhorred displays of human emotions? Rediscovering Diana's letters. After Diana's untimely death, various people speculated about whether she had composed any last written messages to her sons. The fact that Diana frequently wrote personal notes prevented people from knowing if she penned any unspecified letter. Both William and Harry chose to remain mostly silent about their mother's final days, but sources who knew Diana said she frequently showed love through written messages. The British royal family continued their tradition of keeping personal affairs confidential, so they maintained complete secrecy around Diana's personal letters. People who knew her well understood Diana wrote numerous letters to her sons at length about both her love for them and her anxiety regarding their well-being. Letters were distributed between trusted confidants and remained stored in personal collections kept by her. Fragments from her letters occasionally entered public view to show readers her passionate feelings toward motherhood. Every day she finds her living with a single purpose: to share limitless love with them because her boys represent her greatest happiness. She wrote another letter post-divorce and focused on the psychological effects that separation had on William and Harry. She confessed that all she wished for was for their well-being and growth, accompanied by their knowledge of receiving support throughout their lives. Through these letters, we see that motherhood occupied a central role in her identity because she displayed hyper-awareness about her children's emotions.
A favourite of the royals is what I would perhaps like to say, and the letters.
Time passed before an unpredictable situation triggered renewed interest in the personal writings made by Diana. A collection of private letters appeared at a prestigious auction where one item stood out as the most revealing: a handwritten message that directly addressed the princes, William and Harry. The original content of the letter remains unseen, although sources who have read it describe it as a heartfelt message about love, advice, and support. This revealed letter sparked renewed speculation about whether Diana planned for her sons to read it during their future years. There exists a still controversial discussion, and it is: who is to blame for Diana's death? The royal family who denied her protection, or the press who followed her every move with no privacy? Actual cause of the accident. The identification of responsibility has received wide attention through numerous inquiries as well as media investigations. Did the royal family bear responsibility for her lack of safety protection following her divorce? Did the persistent media harassment contribute to this accident, or was it something else? Multiple factors share the responsibility according to official reports and expert conclusions about the situation. The actions of the paparazzi played an immediate and visible role when Diana and her companion became victims of the fatal crash. That evening, Diana accompanied Dodi Fayed from the Ritz Hotel while being followed by photographers throughout the night. The paparazzi followed the vehicle through Paris streets using their motorcycle pack.
Chasing Princess Diana!
Witness reports, together with official inquiries, show photographers pushed their vehicles to the limit in their mission of obtaining unique pictures of Diana Fayed and Dodi. Following the collision, several photographers maintained their cameras in operation while neglecting to provide emergency aid to the victims. Public frustration erupted after the incident because observers believed these photographers created dangerous conditions that led to vehicle collisions. Official investigations found that the paparazzi activity by itself did not directly lead to the car accident, despite their unacceptable behavior. Multiple investigations confirmed that the direct reason behind the crash stemmed from Henri Paul's unfit state to drive. Before driving, Paul, who served as deputy head of security at the Ritz Hotel, consumed large amounts of alcohol. A toxicology investigation found that Paul's blood alcohol content exceeded 3 times France's legal drinking limit during his time behind the wheel. Henri Paul operated the Mercedes-Benz S280 at high speeds through the tunnel, while his ability to drive properly was highly compromised. The excessive speed at which Paul drove his car was estimated to reach 65 to 70 miles per hour, when the tunnel speed limit restrictions were much lower. A high-speed driving attempt to evade photographers combined with his judgment impairment formed a double deadly result.
At this speed, we don't know if the paparazzi can follow the car.
Following her divorce from Prince Charles in 1996, some people believe the British royal family did not provide sufficient protection to Diana, which indirectly contributed to her death. The official royal protection team ceased duties after Diana received her divorce papers, so she became dependent on private security guards, while media attention toward her remained high. The royal protection system possibly could have organized safer transports through a professional driver and strategic crowd management if Diana had remained under their security services. Diana exercised some level of control over her security arrangements, according to certain analysts who studied her decisions. News sources indicate Diana occasionally refused protection services from royal officers because she desired freedom from their restrictions. That night, security arrangements were provided by Mohammed Al Fayed through his son Dodi Fayed, who ended up being responsible for the sequence of events that occurred.
I am the father who lost his son.
Numerous conspiracies about Diana's death blame British intelligence agencies and the royal family for bringing about her end. Conspiracy theories claim that Diana's death resulted from attempts to block her marriage to Muslim man Dodi Fayed and her planned exposure of royal family secrets. The conspiracy theories became widely accepted because Diana openly stated her worries about surveillance and feared that she would meet her end in an automotive accident. Multiple official investigations conducted in 1999 by the French authorities and Operation Paget, which the British authorities delivered in 2006, dismissed any legitimate cases of criminal activity. The official inquiries determined that Princess Diana died from a fatal collision that resulted from speeding with reckless abandon and aggressive paparazzi pursuits. The systematic issues about media ethics and public figure treatment emerged into view after Diana's death through her tragic demise. The media scrutiny of her entire life continued after her death because photographers interfered with her final moments while searching for a sensational story. After her death, worldwide protests produced demands for stricter paparazzi rules, yet authorities have struggled to implement these new regulations. The public questioned whether the royal family and other establishments should provide protection to their former members who maintain public recognition. At the time of her death, Diana held worldwide fame despite not being an official royal, and the lack of protection remains an ongoing dispute. The responsibility for Diana's fatal accident stands equally between the parties involved. The unsafe conditions of that night were clearly worsened by the paparazzi's presence, yet the actual car crash was not their direct fault. In what way has Diana been able to affect the development of her children even after her demise? And how were the princes able to incorporate her teachings? The maternal impact upon the princes. The value of Diana's letter became especially profound based on how her sons ended up following different directions during their lifetimes. The position of the future British monarch did not prevent Prince William from creating a successful modern family structure while fulfilling his royal responsibilities. Together with his wife, Catherine, Princess of Wales, he focuses on giving their children normal family experiences. This method of parenting reflects the principles Diana established. The choice of non-traditional royal education, along with parental involvement in child rearing, demonstrates how Diana aimed to create a more accessible and approachable monarchy. Prince Harry made choices that differed from those of both his father and brother, Prince William. The decision by Harry to cease royal duties in 2021 created an unprecedented moment in current royal history. Together with Meghan Markle, he sought liberation from the royal system while choosing family harmony over traditional royal responsibilities from birth.
We are at a crossroads, where the urgency to reassess and redefine our approach.
The royal life forced Harry to step away, similar to how Diana felt under the same pressures while she pushed for her kids to acquire personal opportunities outside royal duties. The discovery of Diana's letter provided crucial insights into the royal family's decision-making. Through her words in the letter, she hoped to protect her sons from anticipated troubles while giving them the freedom to choose their destinies. She consistently maintained that people should define themselves independently of their royal status, which proved true as William and Harry pursued different directions in their lives. The letter discovery stimulated fresh dialogue about how the British monarchy should adapt to modern times while focusing on William and Harry's tragedy. Diana expressed frequently that the royal family needed modern adaptations, which seemed more important than ever after her death. After her death, the royal institution experienced major transformations, yet disagreements about modernization versus traditional maintenance continue. Diana's letter served beyond being a private note to her children because it demonstrated her enduring influence on the entire world. During her lifetime, the royal family considered her a disruptive element who challenged established norms while confusing others with her views. After her passing, her impact on the world expanded significantly. William and Harry lived by their mother's life lessons through unique paths. William attempted to bring modernization within the royal family,
Relationships and its ethic of neighborliness,
while Harry said goodbye to the institution. Their various methods of work shared the fundamental values that their mother taught them. People who appreciated Diana throughout her life understood from the touching note how she committed herself fully to motherhood. She existed as an ennobled figure, yet she persisted in providing her offspring with lives that surpassed their royal position. Through her position, she championed underrepresented causes as a human rights defender. She challenged an institution that commonly stood against change while breaking new ground as a pioneer. The message within these texts maintained deep significance despite their historical decade of creation. Their words asked permanent questions about the appropriate place of personal happiness within an institution based on duties. To what extent should tradition adapt to meet current realities? Can the royal family succeed in maintaining its tradition while welcoming authentic changes to its structure? What do you think of these letters that Diana wrote? And also, do you think that the system within the palace can actually adapt to the current generation? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.